have NFL Sunday. We got some games on. I'm currently watching the Bills game, Bills Chiefs right now. Uh, Mahomes versus Allen. What a matchup. You love to see it.
Great. It's been a great Sunday. I'm kind of wondering if Joe Flacco has any eligibility left, to be honest with you. See if we can slip him into a Cuse jersey. We could slide that one by. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's honestly been a
he
fun
looks 20.
Sunday.
He looks 20. All right. It's more fun than what we're about to watch. So everybody strap in. We're doing a quick double film review. We might not go through all the film of both games. So we missed Georgia Tech last week because we were both running around. So we've got Georgia Tech. We've got who do we even play this week? UNC.
UNC.
Yeah. So we've got both those coming up. So stick around, watch some film with us. This is gonna suck.
You're watching Domed in Cuse, the quick hit podcast for real Orange fans. If you love Cuse sports, hit like and subscribe.
Anything before we jump into the games here?
I don't blame anybody who's chosen to do anything else with their time, like other than Syracuse football, to be honest with you. Pretty much literally anything, like clean the garage better.
Yeah, do chores around the house. Do some laundry.
No, anything. Walk the dog, play with the kids. I don't know. Go to a pumpkin patch.
Cool. So
whatever people are doing right now.
like we said, it was nice not having them on our Saturday to fuck it up. Okay.
I had a great weekend.
Yeah. We've got, in case you're wondering, we've got the live scores of the NHL games here if you need them. So that's good too. Georgia Tech, let's jump in. Oh boy. So as a reminder for anybody that maybe forgot a little bit about how this game went, Georgia Tech came out and they were not sharp. Like this was a good play here to Hayes. I actually thought they didn't get the ball to him as much as I would have thought. Jamal Haynes. Haynes and Haynes. I thought they could have done more with the second Haynes.
Yeah, it honestly kind of felt like he was trying to get some other guys involved. They treated this game like it was
like a practice.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I don't know how much that helped them in the long run because they looked sloppy again this week, and they ended up losing this week to an NC State team. And that kind of goes to what we're saying here is as we watch this game, we'll kind of point it out. But this team does not have a good pass defense, and they are there to be taken. So the defense is okay against the run, but it's really not great against the pass. Here's an example of us just running up the gut against them. It's crazy that we don't get a touchdown out of this. But this defense is not great. And CJ Bailey, who we both love, is lit this defense up, and it's there to be had. So when you're seeing guys scrambling like what Ricky's doing here, this is just a guy who's not seeing the field because his guys are not covered down the field.
I mean, we can watch through a few of these plays. I mean, it's actually just blasphemy that we didn't score on this sequence. Like we covered it.
And running the ball from 3rd and 14. I mean,
it's an ultimate. We do not trust the quarterback decision. I mean, throw a screen pass to it. Like that's at least a little more adventurous, right? Doesn't seem quite as sad.
Haynes King had a hell of a day against us. He's a hell of a player.
Yep. Yeah, he's good, man. I have a lot of respect for this kid. He plays hard. He takes a million hits. Again, he just didn't really have to play his A game at all. I mean, he could have played a D game and probably walked all over us. He was fine, honestly, in this game. He missed a couple guys wide open. Also had a number of blatant drops, egregious.
Yeah,
drops
he had a lot of drops.
In other games, Key would have lost his mind, but he was frustrated.
He was losing his mind. I don't know if you saw him on the sideline, but he was not happy.
He was pissed. I mean, again, it's easy to harp on the defense in this game. They didn't have any idea really what was coming here, but it didn't really matter, to be honest. You're not winning games in college football, particularly in the ACC, when you can't score 20 points, man. It's
I
just
get that. I get that, but this play is a perfect example. It's counter run into a flat guy who's coming across. This is a staple of the Georgia Tech playbook. If you don't know this is coming, then you're just not prepared.
totally. I mean,
We missed the play here where their guy just drops an easy touchdown, which would have made it.
yeah, it's one of the worst drops you'll ever see.
Right up there with the Tennessee guy last night who got hit in the face with the ball.
Yeah.
Again, here, look at this. The pass gives you nothing. It gives you nothing. Offensive line picks up that blitz okay.
Yeah, that was we've seen some mediocre offensive line play at times the last few weeks. That was not one of those times. I mean, I think really like my takeaway from watching even this film in the last few weeks is just like we're just not a very good football team, right? Like it's not even just the quarterback. Like the quarterback is obviously a huge deficiency, but we're just not great in a lot of different places, Do you agree? At least in terms of how we're coached or prepared. Like would you say we have another great, even good unit? Like the receivers are pretty good. They are good. They're talented, but
Our
I don't
corners
really.
are pretty good.
Our corners are good, but it's just like there's a lot of position groups that I just feel like are not playing to their talent level.
I think a lot of it on defense is scheme related, for my opinion. I mean,
I think that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like I don't blame the players really necessarily. Like I think we're maybe not we haven't utilized our guys to the best of their ability this year. And I think it's a learning experience for the staff. Like I think this is major adversity for the first time as a coaching staff, really under this era. Like, and it's been ugly. We've had an ugly year. This is what it is.
Yeah, I think it's really key how they bounce back from it, at the end of the year, because at this point, as we're watching these games, this season is over. I think Fran's moved on, we've moved on as a fan base. I think a lot of us, knowing that we're probably not going to win another game this year. You've got Miami, Notre Dame, and then you've got BC, and I don't really think we have much of a chance in any of those games. So.
I'm with you. A couple instances there of us just not having enough guys out there lined up for screens. I know your favorite line. Your favorite.
It's happened like 10 times already in this game. If you're looking for it, I'm not going to go back and find them because we can keep looking for them. But like here's an example where if Haynes King doesn't get that ball snapped over his face, there was 2-on-1 on the outside. And look, he ended up getting the running lanes out of it. But like there are just so many times when you watch this film of just not knowing what's coming, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's the way to describe it.
Yeah. It's just it's poor alignment, It's poor alignment. I mean, this play like happened in slow motion. Watching this play, you could just like watch this tight end leak out here, and it's like we have no idea what's going on. It should have been his second touchdown of the game. Again, he dropped the first one.
A big Rashee Rice touchdown for me just now.
That's good.
Had that anytime touchdown scorer, so feeling pretty good about that. Now I just need James Cook to run one in for me, please. Back to your regular scheduled programming. Here's Ricky running the ball up the middle. Good run here by Ricky.
This is a good effort from Rick. I mean, look, I think he's playing this week, so
He just doesn't do enough of this. He doesn't do enough of this, and when he does, he doesn't run like this all the time. I mean, I don't know if that's coaching. I don't know if that's him just not wanting to do it all the time, but this just comes too few and far between for a guy who is not a great thrower of the ball.
No.
Another thing we don't do enough. I mean, this should be a staple of our playbook. We should run the screen to Willis where he can get 10 yards every time. We should run that 10 times a game. I don't know why we're not.
Yeah, with any.
And it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. We should have done it against fucking in the next film we're gonna watch too.
Any of the quarterbacks, any of the running backs.
I keep getting hung up on names, and I need to stop getting so hung up on the names right now because like it doesn't really matter. The scheme is what's bugging me, right? Like it doesn't matter if it's Nixon or if it's Malachi Coleman if you're gonna put him in the game or Tyreek Hill or Jaden Hart. Like it doesn't matter who it is at running back, and it doesn't matter who it is as quarterback. Like let's run more of that because that is something that would work for a lot of these guys' skill sets.
Totally. Like if we think we have basically a high school quarterback playing quarterback, then we need to run plays that he can run. You know.
And I mean, if you're watching any other game again, like with Georgia Tech, like teams are ripping this pass defense apart, and Ricky isn't seeing anything down the field. The one thing I've been noticing, and Delorier unfortunately got injured this week a little bit and wasn't playing as much, but you could see him right there on this play. I'm actually going to go back for the one time. He's doing a lot more stuff like this, where he's in the middle here, and watch, he's noticing, hey, you got to be more here. He's lining up defensive linemen and, you know, getting guys in the right places. That's the kind of stuff that he wasn't doing early in the year that he is doing now.
Yeah, and just if you go back, I just want to stop on this play because this alignment is so ridiculous for the down and distance. Look at where we're lined up on the slot receiver on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, if he just decides to throw it to this guy, it's a first down. Like,
and it still ends up it's impactful on the play because they run this play in the fucking look. If you run they run that play in the flat, the guy who ends up coming down to make that play is coming back in.
Is Grant, and if Grant's at the 40 on the guy, that's not open.
Yeah, he's coming from our own 45 to come down and make that play.
And he makes a nice play on it, but it's just he makes it as long as it was 3rd and 10. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's the easiest first down of all time. They could have run anything there.
Haynes King probably could have just ran it himself there if he really wanted to.
Totally. We just there was nothing. There was nobody there.
Yeah. Jamal Haynes. Anytime he got the ball, I felt like he was killing us. He's so good. I really like him.
Yeah, he's a player. Dexter McCluster.
I mean, this is an example here of just not knowing what you're supposed to be doing by Jaquez here, I guess, because look at how much support you have inside if he lets Haynes King try to run this ball. You've got 2 linemen and Delorier there. Nobody's getting to Jamal Haynes, and if Jaquez just blows up Haynes, then Haynes King has nowhere to go there. But, you know.
He played that incorrectly. You're 100% spot on there. Like, he's got to take the running back. He's the outside there. You can't let that get outside you on that play. Like, you got to know that, like, we're in that. I mean, we line up our linebackers inside every time. Every time. We've got to force plays back inside. You know?
But that's just something, especially against this team that runs a lot of those counter runs and guys in motion, giving them the ball. Like, that's something that has to be drilled in. And again, it happens here with Reese. You cannot let guys get outside of you, right? Like, that is the scheme that you have to run here, right? Like with Reese. Reese here is chasing the running back. Watch him chase the running back off the outside, where if he just stays outside here, he stops this. And it's just clearly something that wasn't emphasized going into this game.
Yeah, 100%.
Reese is crashing, and he crashes on the wrong guy.
Yeah.
There's so much space out there for that tight end. So much space. Oh, Jet Tila. He's great. Love his Food Network content.
Big fan.
Yeah. I'm a big Guy Fieri guy. Love Guys Grocery Games. Big Guys Grocery Games guy.
I'm more of a Cutthroat Kitchen, Master Chef kind of guy.
But... Master Chef's great. I love a lot of the Food Network stuff.
Big Food Network guy. I mean, I just, it's a love for competition.
Yeah. Again, not something I've seen enough from Ricky, but man, I'd love to see more of that if he does play.
There are flashes of like great pocket mobility from him. You know, it's just exactly that. It's their
Flashes,
you know.
fleeting.
I mean, at this point, this was pretty much the end of the game already. I mean, we're already down 2 possessions. We have not scored since the first drive.
And we find a way to give up more points.
Yeah, I mean, we give up points to everybody. We just, even though the defense is playing better, I mean, we're giving up 30 to everybody, pretty much.
And it's not about the guys right now. I think it's about scheme. It's not recognizing that QB draw is going to be a play that they're going to run in this situation.
I do just, yeah, I still find it even hard to just harp on the defense this much because by this
Again,
point,
we have 3 points. Yeah,
we're pretty much a quarter and a half from any sort of movement on the offensive side of the ball, and it just is what it is. Like, we did start off that this is actually, I think, our best couple plays of the Ricky.
But again, guys are wide open because that's what this defense does, and this is actually not a great throw.
It's not. I think we're gonna. Yeah, here's the other angle. I mean, he is so wide open.
If he throws that on time and in and to him, it's a touchdown. Now, luckily, he does get it right back here. Again, terrible coverage.
Yeah.
This Georgia Tech team, they got smoked this week by CJ Bailey because CJ Bailey is nice. We both love CJ, but yeah. CJ Bailey's nice, and he was just picking them apart, even on a bum ankle, you know.
100%. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, it's nice, but it's just not good coverage. I mean, it's just an inside slant.
And Georgia Tech, it's not so much about their scheme. It really is about their players on the outside who, you know, if we had a quarterback who could deliver the ball, from what we saw early in the season from our receivers, I don't think there's any chance that this secondary could have hung with our receiving group.
Yeah. I mean, I have to give Key credit because he does what his scheme isn't insanely complex, but it just gives a lot of options, like you're saying. It's a lot of every play's got a lot of options in it, and there are a lot of times simple options. He keeps things simple for his players, you know. And there's just a difference between how they execute and obviously how we execute, right? And it was just evident in this game. I mean, this was just ridiculous. That hurt. That was pretty much the end of the game. It felt like, because then obviously they scored in like 3 or 4 plays after this, and it fell apart from here.
I mean, Haynes King just makes plays, man.
He does.
Like, it's a little bit what it comes down to sometimes. Sometimes your guys just have to make more plays than the other guys.
It's true. I mean, honestly, this is like the difference between they have the guy at the position that ultimately matters, and we just don't right now. That just kind of is what it is. To your point, like, there isn't a major talent gap in this game.
But here's another example. I'm sorry. Here's another example. We're just not lined up.
We're not at all. Just go back and show this because you're spot on here. Like,
I thought they were going to give us a replay here, but I guess not. I mean, again, one guy out here, 10 yards off the ball, one guy up over here, and when they bring out a couple linemen, this guy's one-on-one 20 yards down the field. Not great tackling here by Perry, not a great job taking the angle, but Perry is one-on-one with a guy 15 yards down the field who isn't touched before that.
Yeah,
This is the 37th screen they ran in the game. Somehow we weren't prepared for it.
Exactly. Their pass game could not be simpler. Could not be simpler.
Except for that one that we just watched where Haynes King like kind of just randomly threw the ball off his back foot, and happened to get a receiver open. Their game was all screens or spider wide banana to tight ends.
100%. Yeah, and then occasionally they mix in like a scheme shot down the field to a guy who basically is wide open, especially when they're playing us, But yeah, it's like they're not doing anything all that crazy. There's just a lot of deception and there's a lot of like options off of these things,
This one's over. I don't know how much more you even want to watch of this.
I'm pretty much
Jonte Cook did a nice job there. Guess we could watch this one last play again. The tackling on defense is better. I mean, in past years, that would have just been a touchdown.
I mean, the thing is, too, I feel like our tackling is always better in the first 2 quarters of these games, and then it just wears out because they just get demoralized. And
yeah,
that happens. That happens to teams when their offense just does nothing, is what it is.
I mean, this is another back-breaking play here.
Yeah, this just wasn't great from Kerr. This is not his best showing.
It was a good pass by Haynes King. I know it's off his back foot, but he just kind of airmails. It's a nice pass. Okay.
It ends up being, it's kind of perfect. Like he floats it into the perfect spot. Like, yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Okay. North Carolina.
From bad to worse, huh?
Mystery QB.
Yeah, at least there was some fun here. There was some tricks. Not a lot of treats on Halloween here, but
again, this is another game where the defense just really stood up and did what they could. Gary Bryant didn't play in this one. So Sparrow played a lot of the minutes, and then Antoine ends up getting hurt at one point in this game, and Hurt ends up playing a lot of minutes too. So we had a couple backup linebackers in there. They played pretty well. I thought Trumbull was good. I thought most of the defense was really good, especially in the first half.
First half, yeah, I agree. We looked good too. I liked the all orange unis.
Byron was excellent. Actually, if there's one guy that we could shout out, Big Byron was excellent in this game. He started for the first time, obviously, with Collins getting injured the week before, and then Cruz being moved to center. Byron got in there at right guard, and I thought he was really good.
I mean, just go back to that play quickly, just to that last replay. Just watch this double team get split. Like, look, the Flaherty thing is bad to begin with, but just watch Ferguson,
Cruz and Ferguson
here on the inside. I mean, can't let this happen, dude. This can't happen. You just get it's a double.
Weatherspoon just get
they just
burnt.
get split, and then you get burnt on the outside too. It's just like, what chance are you giving this kid either? Like, the line was not good in this game. They were bad. Honestly, this was the worst our line had played in a while.
Great tackle by Grant. Ends up saving points here. Good job, Grant. The fake run was a good scheme there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, look, North Carolina is not impressive at all offensively. I mean, they eventually just kind of realized they could wear on us and run the ball, but this is a pretty punchless offense, man. That was pretty much my takeaway watching them. I don't know how you felt about this. I mean, with Steve, this is a game we're winning by double digits. Like, this is a easy coast win. I mean, look, yeah, they can complete a few.
We're not going to see a lot from our offense in this first half because it was so pitiful. It doesn't really make the highlights. Here is the highlight. Grant with a good hit, and Sparrow. I was like, please don't get out of bounds here. Please make it to the end zone. We're not scoring from 5 or 10 yards away. Make sure you get in that end zone.
100%. This had to be a touchdown, and it felt like probably the only time we really were going to score tonight, and it proved to be
Great hit by
Nice
Grant.
play by
Good job by
DG.
Sparrow. And he's got a a platoon to the house here. Good job by Deuce here, picking up the guy coming from behind, not letting him make a play, and then Kerr and all the boys, giving him that Perry and Grant giving him that walk into the end zone. So good job. Good job by the defense. Love to see that. This was a dangerous one by Samuel. Oh, not this one.
No, this was the
There's
good
another
one.
one. This was a good one.
Yeah.
Both ended up being good because the other one was off the other guy, so fuck it. Filardi, baby.
This was our best.
He's a
moment.
gutsy runner, but God, is he tiny.
He's small, man. That made me nervous watching him run inside like that.
But I just don't know why we can't run more single back or I form.
Why are we not just like we don't really need to be throwing at all, you know? We're at the 1 minute.
Third and 4. If you're gonna run this, okay, I guess it works with Nixon, so I can't even.
No, I agreed with this play. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, but why aren't we more single backs? Like,
yeah, I'm not against that either. But at this point, it's good to just remind the viewers we had not completed a pass by this point in the game yet. It is a while before we do.
Does it happen in the first half even?
It does not. The first one, I believe, is a pass to Boobie Johnson to start the second half on like a seam. I will say it's not like there's a ton open here either. Like it was like supposed to be a fade, but the wide receiver gets jammed out of bounds. And
yeah, but there was something open there. Yeah, Boobie was open on that play.
Yeah, drop that one.
Yeah. Trip Woody, automatic from inside 40.
It's been a good pickup for us, Trip.
Yeah.
Oh no, brother. Ty Johnson vulture just occurred.
I just saw that.
I don't know if you saw that or not.
I just did. That sucks.
It's a little bit more entertaining this, but June, honestly, I actually like him as a running back. He's a little bowling ball.
It's fucking bullshit.
We'll see if he stays in North Carolina, but I actually like him as a player. What'd you think of him? I thought he was pretty useful.
Yeah, I thought he was good. He looked hard to tackle.
And he wore on us throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean we're never prepared for a running back screen, so don't want to give him too much credit for us never being prepared, but this was the danger. No, this is just a good one again. Samuel was good returning punts back there.
Yeah, I mean you can just see it pops. Like he's obviously just a dynamic athlete, right? Like
Stonehouse, good punt. I mean, he hangs that ball up for forever. Lets our guys get down there, you know?
Totally. And
this was, watching this back, this was a boring fucking game,
boring.
Dude.
I mean, it's just one of those classic games.
Flea flicker. Was this a completion? No. Well, yeah, it was.
Well,
that was the first completion.
Maybe it did happen here. Sorry, it did happen.
Yeah, the flea flicker.
That was the first completion.
I kind of forgot this was on a flea flicker.
I did too.
That was a little trick.
Actually,
good catch by Boobie.
Yeah.
Good catch by Boobie in the ground. Antoine with a good tackle there. I mean, it's the end of half. We're about to give up points.
This Dio jacked him up there. I liked that. I think that's who it was. What was that, Perry?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, I mean they did start to wear on us. You could tell here that the defense was starting to get worn down a little bit.
But again, never prepared for it.
And I think, like we talked about, I mean, this UNC offense is legit the opposite of dynamic, dude. I mean, they are atrocious.
Again, credit to the defense. Here we are in the second quarter of the game, about to end the first half, and UNC is about to kick a field goal to get 6 points. You should be up by, like you're saying, like you should be scoring 15, 20 points easy every half. At least every half, even bad offenses.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this game where UNC did absolutely nothing, and you got a defensive touchdown in this
Right.
game, right?
Right, and the 7 points are from the defense.
It's just been futile. Like I don't know. There's no way to other way. Like we've just been sorry. We've been a sorry team to watch. Yeah, it was nice. We got a little spider 2Y banana here to start.
I don't. Yeah. I
We
mean,
should have run those all game. It's just, and then here's June eventually just gets us here. Not great tackling.
yeah, not great by Brahim Long.
This is what it is there. I mean, I don't know what's, I don't. And then pretty much this was the dagger. As soon as we went down, the game was kind of over, which is crazy. This next possession is the one we should probably talk the most about, though, because this is I believe this is when we put some of Luke in the game, if I'm not mistaken, or it's this one or the one right after it. Yeah, Luke is in the game here.
Great run by Willis here. I don't know why he's not allowed to throw, but this drive we actually moved the ball a little bit.
We do. We actually run the ball well here.
Again, I would love to see more of that. Us under center for him.
Yeah. This is what he's better at. And then here's the quarterback draw with Luke. This was good. Yeah, this was one he should have given to Willis, but it is what it is. It's not playing that much. And then this was tough, right? I mean, yeah, he should have gotten rid of the ball, but he doesn't. He's not playing. Like I don't know.
Also, what is Weatherspoon doing blocking?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not. It's horrible. It's not good. It's not like the pressure's not quick. It's like it happened quickly.
That guy doesn't even make a move. He just pushes Weatherspoon. Watch this. He just pushes him. He doesn't even make a move.
Just bull rushes him and then discards him. Like it's just.
That's the softest bull rush I've ever seen.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even a good one though. Exactly. Like I don't know. I mean,
If you want to call that a bull rush, Tab, I mean, okay, but that's a I happened to run into the quarterback because my guy didn't block me at all.
That's like a milk cow rush. I mean, dude, yeah, I don't even know. I just this is just so miserable. I don't really want to watch any more of this unless you do. But
No, I'm good.
we could just talk. I mean, how we've handled this quarterback situation has just been such a mess. I don't know if you want to expand on your thoughts about it there. And I think it may even worth us just pausing and talking about how we feel about the program right now. And I think settling people's expectations on both sides a bit.
You want to get into that part? I think that part's more important. I gave my thoughts on the last podcast. If you want to go watch our UNC game review, I gave my thoughts on that about what I think the handling of the QB situation has been. It hasn't been good this year. where we're at as a program, I think, is a more interesting talking point. So I would rather dive into that, and I can go ahead and get started. There's a lot of feelings in Syracuse right now, and I don't want to discount anybody's feelings because everyone's allowed to, feel what they feel. But um, a lot of it seems to tend to either Fran is the greatest thing that ever happened, and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and if he's not here, we'll never win any games ever. And then the other side of it is like, well, Fran's not a good coach. He can't do anything. He's fake. He's a fraud. All that kind of stuff. And to me, just neither of those positions just is right, right? Like we've got some, and I think a lot of that has to do with how we're feeling as how we're doing as a team, right? People are mad about what's happening, people are frustrated, and so they're either going to the extremes. But realistically, like this is what we should have expected, right? Like Fran came in and he came in, did a really good job of re-recruiting a lot of Dino guys that were important. Marlowe, JB, a lot of guys that didn't end up leaving the program, LeQuint, guys like that he was able to keep at Cuse. So you give him a lot of credit for doing that. He brought in some guys like Jackson Meeks, obviously Kyle McCord. He brought in some offensive line guys, and he was able to get a 10-win team with what was left over was pretty good from the Dino era, to be honest with you. He didn't come in with empty cupboards. But the thing about it was a lot of the leftover from the Dino era was really on the older side. So a lot of those guys are now gone. So now in year two, he is kind of coming back with empty cupboards. And a lot of the stuff he's filled in with is a lot of younger pieces, right? So it's a lot of younger guys. And what's going to happen is those guys are going to have a harder time playing right away because they're younger, right? So he's brought in a lot of talent, but it's still really young. And losing your team leader in Angeli just as you guys were starting to click, just as it was starting to kind of click for this team, killed us, And I think we look back at a lot of games, Tab, and we're like, oh, if we had Angeli in this game, we would have won. If we had Angeli in this game and that, we would have won. And I still feel like that in a lot of those games that we look back on. But at the end of the day, this coaching staff did not do a good enough job preparing anybody else at the QB position besides Angeli, and then has not done a good job managing the situation in season. So while I still love Fran Brown and I still think Fran Brown is the right guy for the job and is going to do great things at Syracuse, I can also acknowledge that he's had some failures this year that he needs to take back and he needs to learn
from. 1,000%. That's the status of the Syracuse just program right now. That is literally it. It is, as you described. I think there's some polarization right now in the fan base where it's right. He's not some sort of football messiah, right? I think we're seeing that. He's also not some the way we're describing him, like he's like now the worst coach we've ever seen, that this is a complete dumpster fire end to end. That's not necessarily true either, right? And so there's middle ground. We have to think about this rationally and just where the program's at and where it was when he took over, and frankly what our roster looks like, And I think this was always kind of the most realistic outcome for this season. We've talked about it at length, right? Yeah, we were optimistic. And once we saw that, look, we brought in what was probably one of the top 20 quarterbacks in the country, it changed our expectations quickly in that first month. It was like, wow, this might be a different season. As soon as we lost that, we just saw that this roster was not really ready for that. This roster, the staff overall, we just weren't ready for that really at all. And so it's been a tough year. I mean, there's no sugarcoating that. Like you said, it's been a tough year. And I think there's a ton for the staff to learn from. I think as fans, it's tough, right? Because at this point, it's as futile as a Division I football team can look. It can't really get much worse than this, right?
So yeah, I mean, I think where we're at is like it's kind of a boring opinion that like, hey, everything sucks right now, but long term it's going to be okay.
Exactly.
Like that's where we're at, and it's like that. Like as providing content, we're not here like firing off some hot takes that we don't believe, or we're not rooting for Syracuse to do badly so that we can fire off hot takes. We're not trying to pile on Fran unnecessarily. We're also not trying to just like pretend everything's hunky dory and everything's positive. We're just trying to tell it like we feel it, because like when we get frustrated, we're real fans. Like this is real frustration, and when we're trying to get like a positive outlook, that's also real fan. Just trying to be positive, trying to stay positive about the program. And so, I think that like even with Angeli, what was the upside of this team? Like maybe 9 wins, maybe 9, maybe 10 wins as an upside to this team if everything broke right. And so like the most reasonable case with Angeli was probably always going to be around 8 wins. And then when you lose Angeli and realize you don't have anything else in that quarterback room, it goes from 8 to 3 really quickly, and everything kind of falls apart, right? So um, I can't sit here and say like from a 10,000 foot view, like this is great, but I also can't say it's like wildly out of what our expectations should have been if I told you that in game 4 we were going to lose Angeli and we were going to be 3-1 at that time, and then we wouldn't be able to win any games after because we weren't able to rebound. I think we probably would have been disappointed a little bit by that because, like I said, I don't think the staff's done a great job adjusting without Angeli, but I also don't think that that would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe that. That's a crazy scenario.
100%, dude. 100%. I think, especially obviously seeing what we've seen the last couple of weeks, yeah, it's just been a disappointing year, right? Like the wheels have fallen off. The wheels cannot fall off any more than they have the last couple of weeks. And I think to your point, it's hurt even more with a couple of the games that we've seen where there's been obvious chances to win if we had any sort of pulse at that position right now, and we just don't. And also and obviously there's some sensitivities, I think, between us and even just the fan base, right? We've seen Syracuse bottom out like this a lot before. Like this is not an unfamiliar territory for Syracuse football, right? To have a good first month, sustain a couple key injuries, and then again, to stop using the same metaphor, but it's just true. The wheels literally just fall off in a way that's hard to understand even at times, because it's just like we somehow go from like this really fun, competitive, kind of competent football team to one that literally like doesn't look like they can play at the Division 1 level, and it's just it's hard to wrap your head around at times. But
How
it is
bad
what
it
it is.
is. How bad it is. I think, like you're saying, that we like literally are so futile. We don't look Division 1. I think that's where a lot of the frustration is. If we were playing good football or somewhat good football, losing a few close games, that kind of stuff, I think people would be a lot less anxiety ridden or frustrated by it. But like you're saying, it's so futile.
And as a fan, right? Like I will give obviously we'll give Fran, obviously the pass. I think on this season, this just can't happen again. Like this is what we're tired of seeing as Syracuse football. Because I can't have the wheels come off like this again. Like just for it to turn into literally just this isn't watchable. I wouldn't tell anybody to watch this product. He wouldn't tell anybody to watch this product right now. Like you can't have this. This is just not. It's not an acceptable thing. And you can't have the fan base go through this, multiple times in a coaching tenure, right? It's just that's sort of what it comes down to, I think, in the end. And it's a good learning year for him. We will be better next year. I believe that. But it's just been a tough season, particularly the last month and a half.